Hello everyone, it's Shane Conto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Mayor of Kingstown, and this is the first season of this new show from Taylor Sheridan, who's, just killing it over at Paramount. Paramount Plus, Paramount Network, you got Yellowstone, you got 1883, you have Mayor of Kingstown, and obviously this has nothing to do with that family, the Daltons, but this is a crime thriller that focuses on this town where Jeremy Renner is part of the McLusky family, who have a little bit more authority over this prison in this area than, the law would say. And he kind of plays outside the law. And Taylor Sheridan, I feel like this is overall probably my least favorite project of his. I feel like a lot of it hits into that run-of-the-mill crime thriller kind of story, and I don't know if there's enough characters or story that really stand out to make this stick out. And that's a real shame because I'm a huge fan of Taylor Sheridan, his writing, and his directing, and you have this prison backdrop that is very effective. It's a very interesting concept of here's this prison with these people in it, but there's a fluidity because Jeremy Renner can play both sides, and his involvement here as this character is so intriguing and unique, and Jeremy Renner plays it so well. He's dangerous when he needs to be, he's empathetic and sympathetic when he needs to be, and he plays that all off so well. Because he could go into the prison and connect. He could go outside the prison, connect with these criminals and law enforcement. And he's playing all these sides, and that brings there a lot of depth. I have to say, though, the last two episodes of this really hooked me when it turns into a full-on prison riot. And it's the intensity that's captured is off the wall. And this show amps up so much in those last two episodes. I kind of wish that it had this kind of energy throughout. It does have an interesting hook of a first episode. You have Kyle Chandler, who's in this equation and does a fine job early on in this series. And, they have some emotional heft and some weight to the consequences right off the bat in this series. And you have other additions like Emma Laird, who's Iris. This character is one of the most complex characters in the show. And whatever she's on screen and whatever she's involved with is that much more interesting. And I really appreciated her addition to the show. And she adds some layers to the morality of things. You have Dianne Wiest, who is great, but I don't know if she really heavily utilized in the appropriate way. And you have Aiden Gillen, who starts popping up towards the end, who has some moments, but it's more of I can't wait to see more of him. And you could definitely tell he's going to be a big issue in the second season if this does get renewed. It does deal with tons of law enforcement pettiness. There's a lot of dick measuring between different branches of the law enforcement and stuff like that. There's a lot of complicated relationships with the prison guards inside and in regards to how they interact with the prisoners. And there's some really heavy and intense moments in this series. It has that potential. It didn't click all the way with me, which is probably why I didn't enjoy this as much. But in general, there's some flat moments, but there's some really intense, impactful moments as well. And I would say this is on the side of generally positive for me, but I just didn't get super excited about the show. I'd be interested to see where they go next, and if they could keep up the intensity of these last couple episodes, I'm down for more of this show. Well, those are my thoughts on Mayor of Kingstown. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some TV. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.